Very good evening. I'm Chris Higenyi, and we are continuing our interruption of normal programming to bring you the details of a developing story, and of course one that concerns you. News that WBS Television is taking on a new transition, and it's a new dawn at your favorite television station. Joining me to continue the discussion on the fact that Uganda Revenue Authority has offered to institute a restructuring expert to take over WBS Television management in the hope and in the engagement that targeted improvements must be made in order to be able to allow the company to stay afloat. Joining me is an official from Uganda Revenue Authority, Abdul Salam Waiswa. He's the manager debt collection at the tax body. Many thanks for joining us, Mr. Waiswa.
Thank you very much, Bana, again.
First and foremost, there's been a lot of misrepresentation of the facts out there that Uganda Revenue Authority has raided WBS, has taken over. There is a whole lot of misrepresentation of what has gone on here. Yes. What we are seeing right now in the last 4 hours or so, the developing story has been the fact that an expert in restructuring has taken over top management of the organization in order to allow the tax body realize its objectives.
That's true.
What are these objectives?
Basically, the objective is that, thank you, Chris, and all viewers of WBS. It's good that we are here to clarify and to array all the fears. Right. It's unfortunate. I was checking on social media, and there's a lot of misleading stories about what has taken place. Here, people are saying that URA has raided WBS, URA has closed WBS. That's not true. What has actually happened is that URA, in its attempt to work together with the management of WBS to find a solution to the problem that the institution has faced for quite some years, we've decided to sit together with them and appoint somebody whose credentials we all trust to work together with WBS, URA, for the good of everybody. We believe that taxpayers face different challenges, and they find themselves in the problems we always complain about because of different reasons. For this case, we know that WBS has been around for many years.
That's right.
They have paid their taxes for many years. And the people behind WBS are people whose credentials are not doubted by anybody. That's why when they got a challenge, it's true that WBS has a tax liability of about 7 billion. But we've had several negotiations. And after thinking about all the options available in the law, we decided together with the management of WBS that appointing a professional to look at this company, review its processes, and possibly restructure it in the hope and expectation that it can be turned around and be saved from going down would be the best option. That is why, unlike what we usually do, coming closing, this time round we've come together, we've signed the agreements, we've negotiated, we've together identified a suitable person to turn around this company. And that is why we want to assure the viewers and the general public that please let us look at this from a positive point of view. Right. Let us support WBS. Right. Let us support the receiver, Mr. Kabito Karamaji, so that he can turn around this institution, so that tomorrow we are able to see WBS getting better, people not losing their jobs, and the taxes being collected. Because we must all remember that taxes benefit everybody, not just Abdul Salam, not URA, not just individuals, everybody. So when issues of taxation come in, we must work together to ensure that we collect them in a manner that does not leave anybody unduly hurt. That's why this time around we feel if we all worked behind the new management, if all the staff of WBS worked behind Mr. Kabito, and the advertisers worked and supported the receiver, after a few, maybe months, we'll be able to collect this money, put it to the government will use it to benefit all of us, and the receiver and URA will hand over WBS and all its assets and other takings back to the management of WBS.
Now that a receiver comes on board to do the restructuring, there are people out there who might be worried that perhaps the receiver won't let it go after restructuring. At what point does the former arrangement return, or if at all, since this is the very first thing that URA is undertaking of such nature, what is the probability?
From our preliminary understanding of the business at WBS.
Yes.
We are
Media
hopeful,
business.
and WBS specifically, we are hopeful that WBS has potential. WBS has a brand.
Yeah.
WBS has many people supporting it, and we don't want to in any way affect that. We believe that anybody would want to be associated with WBS, and nobody would want to see WBS going down the road. That's why we've given the receiver specific mandate. For the first 45 days, he's supposed to look at this organization, look at its processes, its income revenues, avenues, look at its expenditure, look at its management structure, and then advise URA as to what can possibly be done to save this company. Then out of that report, we shall be able to make a proper decision as to whether to recapitalize WBS, as to whether to bring in other people to invest in it, as to whether to run it for whatever period of time until the money is fully collected. And of course, once all the money is paid, we shall hand it back to WBS management, and everybody will be able to enjoy the services from WBS.
No doubt. Many thanks, Mr. Abdul Salam Waiswa, the debt officer, collection officer at Uganda Revenue Authority. What is going to happen is a restructuring that is given express mandate, as the tax body official has just been explaining. I'm Chris Higenyi. Of course, we shall be bringing you details of this arrangement later in our signature bulletins, Amasunsule, as well as Prime News at 9 o'clock. Let's return to normal programming now.